Steady love. Steady love. Steady love. Steady love. The way that he looks at me.
Yes, sing
He
it, girl.
holds my hand. He wants everyone to know I'm his woman and he is my man.
Come on in, y'all.
Talk about anything.
Give me reaction, share. Call your marriage friends, call your single friends, call your good girlfriends. If you ain't got a man or a woman, I'm gonna tell you how to get it, okay? Hey.
He touches my heart. Now I'm ready. He touches my soul.
I don't know the words, y'all, but I love this beat. Ow!
He's giving me love. So
rock me, y'all.
So steady. Steady love. Steady love. Steady love. I never met a man that I wanted to be his wife. And then he came along. It's a make a life. He's a perfect compliment. Cause I'm a boss in my world. He just makes me feel like his girl is giving me love. So steady. Yeah. He touches my heart. Now I'm ready. He touches my soul. And my spirit. He's giving me love. So steady. Puts every other man living on the shame. I just wanna be with him, talk to him, sleep near him, I wanna be lovers and friends and bother his children. Breakfast on Sunday and fight and then make up again. Cause life's gonna be crazy anyway. I wanna do it with you. Steady love. Hey. Ooh. Steady love. Steady love.
Yes!
Yes.
Cheryse!
Hey.
How are you? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Nobles.
That's right. Get it together. Get it together. I am a Nobles. Don't play with me.
You know, I would hate to have to get beat up. We are in the same state.
You know. You already know. Mr. Nobles will come for you. That's right. Mr. Nobles will come for you. You hear me?
Yeah! How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Listen, honey, I can't complain. Only thing I've complained about is this little weight I picked up, but I've been doing wonderful.
Child, me too. The pandemic been good to me now.
The pandemic has been good to me. You know, we haven't saw each other during this pandemic, but you looking good, girl.
I know. I tried. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good. That's that marriage life.
It is. Most definitely.
Girl, daddy love.
Sing, Brandon.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. Happy Thursday, everybody. I thank you guys for tuning in. You guys know this is another week of episode of Client Talk. You guys know I am bringing on all sorts of people. My clients, my friends, my colleagues, just those that has been an impact to fashion. Do not let the name deceive you and think that everyone is my client. But we are having Client Talk. This conversation is going to Cheryse is on this week. We're going to talk about fashion and marriage. We're going to talk about fashion and education. We're going to talk about fashion. We're going to hit on the church a little bit. We're going to talk about this parenting. But all of it is going to go and come on in, and it's going to all piggyback off of fashion. You guys know who I am. I am Brandon Moment. I am your favorite stylist, better known as Style Me Brandon. You guys know you can find me on all social media platforms at Style Me Brandon. My website is www.stylemebrandon.com. Enough about me. This is episode 19. You guys know who I am. But Cheryse, for those out there that don't know who you are, do you mind giving the audience a brief introduction of who you are?
Sure, I am Cheryse R. Singleton-Nobles. I am the creator of Lick Until the Sunrise. You can find me also on all social media outlets. I am a certified life and relationship coach. I am also a published author. I am also a owner of Cheryse's Place and You Imagine Recreated. I am happily married. I am currently awaiting my fifth grandchild any day now. No, sixth grandchild any day now. I love
That's
my
how she
children. I
told
love my
y'all her age.
grandchildren. I love Lanye, Aaron, and Destiny, and De'Ara, and Hammy. And I love all of my grandchildren. And that sums it up about me. I love to have fun. I love to laugh. But most importantly, I love to keep relationships and marriages together.
That is good. Y'all heard it. Relationships and marriages together. You gotta be
And
holy.
I'm also an intercessor. I'm also
Yes,
an
she
intercessor
is.
too, so don't play with me.
Oh, well, she might be in this old carrier service, so y'all stay on, okay? Because we got to get this thing
All right,
going.
be
Oh,
careful.
yeah, about to
Hallelujah.
say. Yes. So that's good. You guys heard who she is. This is Cheryse Nobles. She in marriage, education, church. She's a woman of many titles, but what overrides is that she is in a happy married. She is married. She has a successful business. Y'all heard her. She say she's the owner of that lick thing, honey. She told me I could buy it because I ain't married. But little
That's
do
right.
she know, honey, put my order through and use somebody else's marriage certificate. It is on the
the
way.
the devil.
But that's good. That's because you guys know who she is. She will she at the end of the live, she'll tell you guys more. She'll probably give you guys, maybe you girls that's on here, girls or guys that need your relationship to be enhanced a little. She might send you out some product. You'll catch that by the end of the live, okay? But Cheryse, do you mind giving my audience 2 fun facts about yourself that no one knows? You know, I know your husband might know, your kids might know, but your audience, your everyday people, your workers, give me 2 fun facts about yourself.
I love tattoos.
Oh, this is the woman of God.
Yes. So that's the funny part. I love tattoos. I'm sorry that's me. I am being for real. And I also love, many people don't know this about me as well. I love to eat peanuts. And I think that they should be I think that they should be with everything.
So that's what
and
inspires you to make this lick thing,
and
honey.
French fries with
Okay,
tartar sauce.
yeah, hallelujah. Baby, you doing great. You, baby, your household is all right, baby. Y'all heard it, baby. Mama said she like nuts. Yeah. Oh! Yes, God. I ain't mad at you, girl.
On,
If this was regular, I'll tell you what I like, but this is PG-13, so you know I just love the Lord, okay?
and keep it that way.
Yeah. So that's good. So you guys heard Cheryse. She said she loves tattoos. Those out there, I see you guys in the comments. They love tattoos too. You know, I am terrified of that type of pain. When I got my
Are
nose
you?
pierced and my ears pierced, honey, it was so. My auntie took me my ears pierced when I was a little bitty boy, but I got grown and when I got my nose pierced, honey, I was freaking out. So what I did for a piercing, I can just imagine what I'm gonna do with a tattoo. And then they said you can't have a cocktail. I said, oh
You
baby,
can't.
this ain't my ministry.
You
I'll
cannot. And
send
I'm
for
gonna take you.
clothes. I'm okay, baby. We'll be in there shouting, speaking in tongues, and you know it just ain't gonna work out, okay? So that's good. That's what you guys that's coming on in. Keep on with the reactions. The reactions are good. You guys start knocking out questions right now because once again, Cheryse get deep in the conversation. We don't know where we going. So if you
We
guys have
don't.
questions, it can be about marriage. You single people, put those in there. You moms, you dads out there, I want questions about education. Go on and throw those in so that I can have those so that I can flow with this interview good. Cheryse, Tell the
Yes.
people, how did you get in contact with Styley Brandon? How did me and you meet? Well, you met Brandon, but
Well,
how did me and you meet?
I met Brandon because Brandon had on these funny socks with the toes in them, and we were at a party. And for, I think this party was for Niecy, but it was at Jackie's house. And you had these
Uh-huh.
socks on, and I said, "Who is that with them socks on in there?" And you was
I
like,
said,
"Hell,"
Brandon,
you was
nice to
like,
meet you.
"Hello, I'm Brandon. Nice to meet you." And I said, "Well, hello there, Brandon. Nice to meet you. Pass me that sweet potato pie that's sitting behind you."
Yes. But she had ran my socks, y'all. You know, it was one of those, I was insecure around that time about my feet, honey. So I got them puffed up, and she couldn't get into my feet and socks and stuff, and she was all in my business. But she was trying to figure out what that pie was doing. Y'all heard her.
Honey,
But
I
ever
couldn't
since then,
care less about them socks. I wanted that pie.
yes. So ever since then, me and Cheryse has connected, you guys. When I tell you you need prayer, baby, I will call her. And listen, this is a lady, see, y'all don't know about intercessors, baby. This is a lady that's in a happy marriage home, baby, be laying in bed with her husband. You call her, she's answering because she don't know if you need prayer. She ain't one of them intercessors that say, okay, I'm going to call you in the morning and pray. She going to pray right then and right there. Don't shoot her a
Absolutely.
text, baby, saying pray, because she going to call you and she going to pray you through the text, baby. So listen, y'all out there that want to be an intercessor or trying to figure out how to be successful in it, please seek God. But please contact Cheryse. She'll help you, okay? So Cheryse, let's jump on this train. You ready, ma'am?
Yes, I'm ready.
So we're going to start off with marriage. We're going to start off with marriage. We're going to go into education, and then we're going to go into parenting, okay?
Gotcha.
Let's start with the fun, honey. I want to talk about this lick, okay?
Oh,
So
Lord.
the first question to start this off is: in marriage, is fashion and appearance important, and why?
It is very important. And let me tell you why. It's important because you don't want your husband to be all dressed up and you coming out the house looking like Holly Hobby. Because that next person, they go see you looking like Holly Hobby and something else is going to get his attention because she all dressed up and she's packaged very well. When I enter the room with my spouse, I'm the only one that has his attention. I'm going to wear what it takes to keep his attention. I don't care if it's 60,000 women in the room. It's going to only be Cherisse's fragrance that he smells. Cherisse's attire that he sees. So it's very important because the eye, it's a lot of things that's appealing to the eye. And I ain't nobody gonna take Mr. Noble's eye but Cherise. So it's very important that we dress in a way that only catches the eye of our spouse. And that goes both ways. Because I'm not gonna be dressed up and DeAndre coming outside looking a fool. And we have that type of conversation with each other because he's the only fragrance that the only cologne I want to smell, and the only person that I want to see and command that room when we're all together outside.
Yes. Y'all heard it from her, baby. She said, listen, it's very important in a marriage. And you guys that's not married, you guys are dating in a relationship, you guys should be the fragrance that only each other smell. You know the time and day we're living in, honey. This marriage life, this world that we're living in, these people are ridiculous, honey. And they will come up to you and compliment you and give your man a look, girl.
Yeah.
And you know, with social media nowadays, they'll DM you and be like,
Yes.
oh, I love that blazer you had on.
Absolutely.
So you know, we live in a lot of temptation now. You know, it's real easy to do a lot of things now. So,
Yeah, they'll do it in your face. People are bold. People are really bold now. So they'll do it in your face.
They would do it right. I have saw it. Let me tell you something.
Me too.
I have witnessed it, noticed it. But you know, I also know whoop your ass, and I would do that right there in your face too. Okay.
Yeah, someone actually tried that with me. But see, I know how to be a lady in those types of situations. So sister thought she was just DeAndre was doing a video for somebody. And when he's working, I hide off in the cut. Nobody knows I'm there. I'm not all over the place or anything like that. So he's doing the video and he just grooving to the music, that they're playing. And so someone with a shorter skirt on thought that she would be able to just start dancing and doing everything on him. So he's standing there. So I politely tapped him on the shoulder. I moved her out the way and I started dancing because I'm the only one that's going to dance on him like that.
Okay. Now,
And so I didn't
now
have
you
to
know
say
that
anything.
if the spirit hits high and we rejoicing together, we can rejoice. But you know, oh, your husband is on here. He said I wasn't paying attention. Ow! Listen,
That's okay. I,
so
I
you
fixed
know,
it for him, so it's fine.
oh hell no, baby. Because let me tell you something. What I learned in the old school, baby, the women deal with the women and the men deal with the men. So you
Yeah,
know,
and
as
that's true.
DeAndre, in your defense, that was, you know, a woman's situation. So she did what she was doing. But you were paying attention to that coin that you had to make very good. Thank you.
That's
Caller,
right.
are you there?
Absolutely.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
Pay attention to the coin.
Okay.
And
So
I
you
wasn't
got
getting ready
traded.
to do nothing to make him miss the coin.
Do you hear me? Oh, way out there, out there. I see Monica, you engaged, girl. This how you keep your marriage, girl. Do what Cheryse is
Hey,
doing.
Monica
I
girl.
see her out there. Yes, but no, but this is good. So because people do not feel like fashion is important in a marriage because they feel we're united, we all we got, like you know, we here, and they feel
Mm-mm.
like you know, darling, he or she didn't get you being like, oh, okay, we're here. No, baby, you was
Mm-mm.
glammed up with some fake lashes on, that half a pack of hair, that cheap heel. You was done, honey. But now you want to wear
Mm-hmm.
bonnets and all this type of carrying on, and you scaring the hell out of this man. Because he ain't saw you like this.
Cause
He
he ain't
already
seen
got
you
to see
like
you
that.
take this. He already got to see you take this girdle off, girl, and all that carrying on. You can be cute without your girdle, okay? But that's good.
Yes,
Let's go on to
absolutely.
the next question. So, is there a certain dress code or a look that a marriage couple should carry, Cherise?
Well, when I'm with DeAndre, when I'm with my friends, I dress one way, like he does, and then I dress another way when I'm with him. So if he wants me to
Okay.
wear a certain dress, I'm going to wear that dress. Everybody that knows me, they know that I am a fan of Converse. Everything I
Okay.
own has a matching pair of Converse to go with it. But it's a time and a place when I'm going with DeAndre in my
Uh-huh.
Converse, okay? So if DeAndre say I want you to wear these heels, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put these heels on. If he wants me to wear this dress, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put that dress on. But I'm not gonna wear anything that's gonna bring embarrassment or shame to my marriage that will cause people to ask, is Cherise still married? Are they still together? Cause she out here fa la 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 la, and when her dress fly up, we go see all her goods.
Uh-huh.
So it's a certain way that I'm going to carry myself when I'm not around as it relates to
Okay.
fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Fashion.
So when I'm with my friends, I'm gonna put on a baseball hat or just, I'm clean.
Uh-huh.
Don't don't get me wrong. Or I
Oh,
have
you
a
said I
t-shirt, jeans,
clean.
t-shirt, jeans, or something like that. Or at church, I'm even careful with that too. But that's another story. We'll get to that question, I'm sure. So
Yes.
no, it's you have to be careful of when you're with your spouse, how you're dressing, and when you're not with your spouse, of how you're
Okay.
dressing, because you don't want to send the wrong
So there's
message or
not
the wrong
there's
or
so
the wrong
there's
signal.
okay. So you're saying there's not a dress code, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. The book is judged by its
It's
cover. So when you're
exactly,
with your husband or when you're not with your husband, there is looks and there's a type of appearance that you give off to the people.
absolutely, absolutely,
Absolutely. And
absolutely.
also your husband also, just not you, your husband also.
Right, him as well.
Yes.
He not go just wear
Uh-huh.
now. If he's putting on a suit just to go hang with his friends, where you going?
You
Especially
want
if
to
it's
know,
not one
you
of
want
them
to make
type
it
of.
make sense.
That's right. Especially when it's not one of the. If they going to a ball game, you got to make this make sense that you putting on this suit.
Because I
You got
want
to
to
make
know.
this make sense because I want to know.
Because baby, where you sitting at, baby? Y'all got one of the penthouses up in the top. Y'all got a
Right,
box, baby. Why you
a
putting this
skybox.
suit
Y'all
on?
got something. It has to make
Why you
sense.
putting this suit on to go see the Bulls lose?
Absolutely.
Do you hear me? Why are
it
you doing that? Okay.
it has
So
to
you
make
said make
sense.
it make sense. And then you know, honey,
Yes,
you might you want to look cute, look dressed, and he be like, "Girl, where you going with the inner
girl, where
shirt?"
you going? Uh-huh. Like, wait,
And
wait
you
now.
start speaking in
Hold on
tongues,
now.
talking about who I tell ya.
Right. And it's all hanging
Yes,
out.
and
Uh-uh.
Pastor Nichols gonna tear you up, baby.
You know she will.
Ah! So Beyonce said he just going to the gas station. I guess he told you, baby, I have a business too, so I have to look like I look. I have to look to the part whenever I'm going outside too. So
Exactly.
let's touch base on that. No. Let's go to the next question, and then we'll touch base on that. So, Cheryse, what is your take on couples that are dating, and they're always glammed up. They're always put together during their dating process, taking selfies, doing all of this, baby. They just lights, camera, action during their dating process. But as soon as that deal is sold, baby, and it's rings on both fingers, baby, they start both looking like they have been traveling through COVID for a very long time. So, what is your take on that? Like, can we get into that? Like, let's talk about no, because I'm pretty sure you have saw it via social media and also your friends and stuff you saw. We won't call names, but what happens from dating to being married with a parent? Why does it fall usually after the wedding? You glammed them at the wedding. We see you at the honeymoon, girl. You ain't got no lashes on. It's like, what happened?
Some
And
people get comfortable.
y'all trying to figure out why he talking to Jacoby and them, and your name's
Mm-hmm.
Shalisha. Jacoby pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
tell me about
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you could
it.
get comfortable and you become comfortable with
Okay.
that person. So you slowly take the layers off because you've become comfortable with the person and you just didn't care anymore. Or sometimes life could hit you. Now don't get me wrong, because you have some situations where life hits you and it hits you like a ton of bricks where you're not even in a situation where you want to put makeup on and you want to do these types of things, because sickness could hit you and cause you not to be able to do these things anymore. Trauma could hit you and cause you not to do these things anymore. But if nothing has hit you or things like that, that means that you got comfortable with that person and you got comfortable enough to take the makeup off and to change your attire. I would say don't get too comfortable, because
So yeah,
the world
give
is
them advice
changing.
as far as that when it comes to appearance. Because we this
Because
conversation can
things,
go on and on. But
yeah.
let's stick with
And
the
this
fashion.
generation changes. This generation changes as fashion changes. You know what I'm saying? So what people care about showing it all right now is not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So when you people are coming around, they go show it all. While you sitting there
Yeah.
looking a whole mess, your husband's eyes is looking at that person that's showing it all. Or your wife's eyes is looking at that well
It's looking
presented
at that.
package of a man. You know what I'm saying? So you
And you
can't
know,
get,
it's 2020,
don't get
so your
comfortable.
man might be looking at a man, or your woman might be
Well,
looking
yeah.
at a
Or your
woman.
woman may be
It
looking
makes
at a
sense.
woman. Now it's 2020. Let's make it make sense. It has to make
Baby,
sense.
they'll be
So
looking.
yeah. So you can't get comfortable, especially if you did all of this in the beginning. You're going to have to keep that train going. You're going to have to keep it moving with them
Uh-huh.
same eyelashes, that makeup, and you're going to have to change it up
Uh-huh.
sometime. Change that makeup, change that fragrance. You're going to have to change it up sometime because you don't want that to change. You got to change them fashions up sometime.
You
You're
gotta
not going to be
change it
able
up,
to,
baby.
yeah,
But my thing
because
is,
you got to keep that eye on you.
so what so my thing is what I feel that when you're dating, you're at a certain level of your appearance, but once you guys come together as one, I feel like your appearance should go up to 5,000 or higher. Like it should go to another level from when you were dating and and single, and so now you're married. Like you should be magazine ready whenever you and your spouse step out.
But that depends on if your spouse was dating the real you. You got to think about
Oh,
that too. Because if your spouse wasn't
well,
dating
okay.
the real you, that fashion go
And the
change
real
into the
you was
real you.
and the real you was actually old block, Christie Park,
As
Audio
the
Gardens,
real
good
you,
look tea.
the real you didn't
But
have lashes and makeup.
when you met when you was in his DM, you had on those
Exactly.
imitation YSLs and you was trying to serve, but baby, that ain't even you.
Exactly. And the real
Oh,
him may be jogging pants and a
girl.
t-shirt.
Oh, and never off the girdle.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So that's real good. That's good. So, Cheryse, are there restrictions for marriage couples concerning fashion? Let's start with the women and then let's go to the men.
When
Are there
when
restrictions for marriage?
when I'm by myself or when we're together?
Let's however you want to
Which
take
way
it.
you want to go? When I'm
Both
by myself,
ways.
I believe that when I'm by myself as it relates to fashion, yes, it is a restriction. I'm not going to, as I previously stated, I'm not going to wear anything too revealing when I'm by myself. I'm real conscious about that because I'm married. But while I'm with him, whatever you say, this is what we go do.
So
You know what I'm
not
saying?
let me put a nugget in there. So what's revealing? Maybe a too form fitting dress or maybe a short dress.
Um,
What's too revealing to you?
for me, because I'm top heavy, it would be like a cleavage forming dress or
Okay.
a low cut blouse and some
Okay.
very tight jeans. I can wear tight
What's
jeans, but
tight
not my
jeans? Because
tight jeans.
you ain't got
Where I
nothing
got
on
a
the
layer,
front. So what's too
where,
tight for a
but
woman?
you got a butt. You got a butt and you have hips,
But you
so you
supposed to
can't
show
wear the
your
jeans.
booty, girl.
Yeah, when I'm married, I can't wear them same jeans that I got to lay on the bed to put on when I'm going with my friends. The
Okay.
jeans that
And
I
then
got to
none of
lay on
your
the
kids
bed
at
to,
home. You got a baby at home now, so I don't know who gonna wear
is
them.
exactly. So them jeans that I got to lay on the bed to put on, I keep them with me and DeAndre going somewhere. Them other ones,
Okay.
I gotta change it up a little bit. So
Uh huh. So
it
that's
is a
good.
restriction because you don't want to show all your goods to everybody. But then that goes into communication. How do you communicate with your spouse? Because each marriage is different too. So what may work in my house may not work in the next married couple's house. The next married person and the next married couple may think it's okay for them to flaunt their stuff wherever they go with or without their spouse as it relates to fashion.
Uh
Whereas
huh.
me, I know my limitations and I know what catches his eye. So you be mindful of what'll catch the other person's eye. So you don't want to open that door as it relates
Okay.
to fashion. You don't want to open the door
Oh,
for
you
the
better
devil.
know what catches the eye. Okay. Yes. Yes. I love it. Love it. Love it. Cherise, how do marriage couples? So you either talk because I know you know a lot about marriage couples. So you either can talk about you and your husband, or you can talk about in general. How do
Okay.
marriage couples plan their attire?
How, well, for us, we play. See, I'm a person. I like color. I love color. So whenever we going somewhere, we don't have to dress alike. Or I'm not saying
Yeah,
that.
I'm so
I'm
sick of that.
saying
I'm so
I like
that
color.
Mississippi dressing alike, West Coast. Don't do that. Mm-mm.
So like pink, if I have on something pink, it's going to be something that accommodates what he has on. So when we going
Okay.
somewhere, we try to wear stuff that accommodate each other as it relates to fashion. So if he's wearing
Okay.
navy blue, maybe I pick out the lighter blue or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
If he's wearing a darker gray, maybe I'll wear the lighter gray. Just to complement each other, or different shades that'll complement whatever he's wearing or whatever I'm wearing. He'll wear different shade of whatever it is. That's how we kind of pick out what we're wearing.
Okay. So let's play a little game. I don't want to get you in any trouble, but I want to get in you
Oh
and your
God.
husband's business concerning fashion. Okay.
Uh
We're gonna play a game, and your responses is either gonna be you, DeAndre, or both.
Okay.
You're gonna have 30 seconds to answer all questions. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Got you.
So, so your answers is gonna either be you, DeAndre, or
Me,
both.
DeAndre, or both. Got it.
That'll be your answers. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the most fashion forward?
Me.
Who has the most clothes?
Me.
Who takes the longest getting dressed?
DeAndre.
Who has the most shoes?
Me.
Who closet is more organized?
That would be DeAndre.
Who enjoys? Oh, time is up, but you can answer this one. Who enjoys shopping for clothes the most?
I do, of course.
So, girl, you had one, girl. You had one. So DeAndre takes the longest getting dressed for real?
He does. He definitely takes the longest getting ready. I be in the car waiting. Yeah.
DeAndre
He
said,
he
baby, I gotta look like I did when you got me, okay?
he he takes forever getting ready. But let me tell you something about him too that's kind of funny. Like DeAndre, he'll put on stuff and be like, "Come on, let's go," and we be like, "No, no, you got to go back upstairs. Don't put that on. That ain't gonna work for us today."
Not today. It ain't gonna work at all. Do you hear me?
Not at all.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. So you won, and then you said you have the most shoes.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I have
Yes.
the most shoes.
Yes, that is hilarious. So
Mm,
let's step out of the marriage. We're gonna get deep real quick. Hiya,
okay.
Hiya.
Don't play with me, Brandon, because you know I'll be praying for your guests. Cut it out.
Yes. So, Cheryse, knowing and seeing that you are a strong, powerful prayer intercessor in the church, is there a dress code on how someone in ministry should carry themselves?
Absolutely. Because you don't want to distract the people that you're praying for. Because a lot of people come to you, they're broken and they have a lot of issues. So they could already have certain issues on them already. And you don't want to bring those issues out in the forefront because it makes your warfare greater as well. While you're trying to get a breakthrough for that person or you're trying to pray them through to deliverance, I can't pray anybody through deliverance if my cleavage is showing. I can't do that. I can't do that if I have on low rise jeans.
But
I
girl,
can't do it.
so listen, not to cut you off, but girl, what if it's somebody that's not over one of those, and your clippings might help them get delivered, girl.
No, it's not gonna help nobody get to. Boy, get out of here. It's gonna deliver them all right. Deliver them right to hell.
Yeah. Yes. So now, so tell me. So you said it would hinder the you're trying to help someone get delivered and your cleavage is out. Now piggyback back from there.
Yeah, and then I can't move. I'm not free to be me. So whenever I know that I'm going to church and I know whatever the possibilities may be of me having to pray for someone, I do a mirror check. I jump up and down. I make sure that it's fine. Because one, you're battling in your mind. My cleavage showing. How am I going to lead this person the effective way that I'm used to leading this person? Because I'm open. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an appropriate attire. If my skirt too little, it may cause for me to get on the floor with this person and tarry.
Uh-huh.
So I can't get on the floor and tarry. You got to cover me up and cover the other person up. It's too much back and forth. So I have to make sure that my attire is correct so that I could properly do what God has called me to do.
To do.
That's what works for me.
That what works for you. But there is a certain way that someone in ministry should carry themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So since we're on ministry, honey, let's talk about these pastors and first ladies appearances. So what would they be doing? What, because they married, they a pastor and first lady, but I don't be understanding they balance. Like you say, you and your husband, y'all trying to coordinate with one another. Like, tell me what be going on with, because you know you're a preacher too. If you have no comment, it's okay. My office will call you. But tell me, like, what goes on with these? If we're gonna touch base on ministry, tell me about these pastors, first ladies, these intercessors, these ministers. What's going on with their appearance? Their appearance can be like, if they come in looking like, so I know back in the days, we was apostolic, we was saved. They wore long skirts, no makeup, all that. It's 2020, baby. The world has changed, honey. Holiness is right, but religion ain't gonna get you nowhere. So, baby, you gotta trust God, okay? And let's talk about like those when they come to church and they want to look so holy and thou, and baby, they don't look holy and thou, and I don't want to receive them because they, like my motto for 10 years, your appearance means everything. So let's just touch base on the whole ministry thing, the church. Let's start from the head and let's go on down to the ushers, okay? And we
Okay.
call them the church ambassadors. So let's talk about that. Like, how should they carry themselves? Is there a look for the entire church, or does it start with the head? Like, on Greenlee, Mr. Greenlee,
Lady May.
They be
Lady May. Lady May be sharp.
So
I would have to.
In our churches today.
I would have to say that you obeying the rules of the house. So whatever the rules of the house is, that's how they're coming. So if you have an urban church, contemporary, that's how they dress. Urban contemporary. If you have a sanctified apostolic church, then that you dress and you conform to the rule of that has been already set in that house. If they say no pants, then you're not wearing pants. If you could wear pants, then you're wearing pants. If they say no hats, you respect them and you take your hat off. So that all plays a part for the rules that's set in the house. Now, I will say sometimes, because I know me, sometimes as a person that's married or in a leadership role, you could be upset with your spouse and would decide to wear whatever you wanted to wear that Sunday just to make your spouse mad.
Oh, baby, I know a first lady that did that. Oh, yes, I did.
Or you don't know what type of night the spouse, you don't know what type of night that couple had before they came to church.
A bad night or both nights?
It could be good. It could be very good.
Baby, you should wake up like, oh, I'm finna get done. Baby, you
no. You can't say that. You say that, nope. You say that as a single person. A good night could mean... No, I'm not talking about, get out of here with that. I'm talking about being married. If you are married, married, you don't know what time. If they had a good night, he might only have 5 minutes to get ready and get on down there to that church. Because that night could have led over to that morning.
Good night.
Absolutely.
And maybe with an afterglow in the morning.
So he might have had to grab the shirt and tie that was already in the office. Okay.
Okay, so I'm found with the man. Let's talk about the lady now.
And the same with the lady. She may not have had time. And she probably wasn't going to show up depending on her night. But he wanted her to be there.
So I'm okay with that. I'm okay. If the fragrance of the house don't show up, the church must go on. But the pastor needs to be there. But I don't think the fragrance of the house should come looking like the flow of the house. It don't make sense to me.
Well, I would hope that they won't look like the floor.
Just show up that Titus. I don't blame you, baby. That guy came in this way.
Yes, nephew.
If they do it correctly, come naked, girl. It's okay. I guarantee the membership will grow.
I love my nephew.
You see who the first lady of the United States is, baby. She started off naked and been successful ever since then. I'm gonna send you a cash out. Go. But that's hilarious. So so there is a way you carry yourself. But Cheryse, I can't get into you. So I'm gonna be honest with you. With my clients, if I have any clients on here, I'm harder on my men because growing up in a single parent home with my mother, April call out to moment, baby, that old diva, she spent time, honey, she will be late to anything, making sure her hair is done, she's pulled together. A woman is the fragrance of any room or any house. And my things, like you said, it starts with the head. So if the lady coming in, half stepping with a flat on, she got this praise and worship leader that's up here, and she want to come in Jordans and leggings and an oversized top. But y'all gonna beat up on her because she's the worship leader saying that she's not dressed correctly, but yet the fragrance of the house come in with her hair sticking up, no makeup on, no lip gloss, no nothing. But you guys are going to beat up on this young lady, but the first lady looked like she damn near just woke up.
But you got to figure out how the person was raised too, because maybe that was all they saw. Maybe nobody told them, this is how you put yourself together. You need to have this shoe on. You need to put this dress on. And you need to do this. The mothers of the church is my age now.
The mothers would tell you, baby, come here, sit right here.
But look at this generation.
It's too tight.
Yeah, but look at this generation now. We don't have a lot of mothers of the church that do that anymore. And when you looking at church mothers, they my age now. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have a generation of older, but still, we don't have a lot of older saints telling us what to do and what not to do. It's like a free for all, every man for himself as it relates to fashion. Now you do have some churches that's gonna still wrap you up in a sheet when you come, or they got that choir robe in the back and they go put that choir robe on you because they said no pants. But we don't have that generation anymore. We don't have that anymore. So it's some people maybe just it's a thing of how they were raised. And so this is what they're wearing because this is how they were raised, and they don't know any better because no one has pulled them to the side. And a group of friends that they say are their friends are really not their friends. They actually want to be with the pastor, but that's a story for something else. So they go let her come out and say, "Oh, you look nice," but that's for something else.
That goes back to what I said. The first lady come in half stepping, and Takesha come in and she stepping right, baby. Takesha come half step down. Whoa! But he like Takesha. But we thinking he's speaking in tongue, and he's throwing in a little rich crowd. Takesha real. Okay. So that's real good. So let's get off the marriage because baby, we'll be all day talking about that. Okay.
Yes, we will.
So let's get into education, you guys. For those out there that are just tuning in, Cheryse owns her own daycare. She take care of a lot of y'all baby kids and carry it on. So, Cheryse, I want to talk about fashion and appearance in the daycare. Knowing that you are an educator and owning your own daycare, do you and your team pay close attention to your students' appearance when it comes to fashion and how they're dressed every day for school?
We do, because we're also mandated reporters. So that can also, that opens the door for neglect as well. We're not saying that you have to have on the latest fashions. We're not saying that, but we're saying at least be clean and look decent. That's what we're saying, you know. But you do have some situations with some families that just can't do it. And so then that becomes our job as the educator, or at least my job as the daycare provider, because I'll go buy clothes in a minute. I have no problem with that. And I slip it in their bag and I won't say anything. I don't expect nothing in return. I just let it go and just keep on going. But everybody is not like that. Or if you know that you have a family and you're really, really close to them, you can ask those type of questions like what's going on, you know, and things like that. Or if you have a family that's wearing these eyelashes and everything else, sometimes the priority is different. The priority is self, and it's not the child, you know. And then you have some that will dress you on the table and come with a Chanel bag, a Gucci purse, and a briefcase, and you have to let them know, look, this is daycare. Don't wear that up in here.
Hello. See, I like them type of kids.
I know you like all that carrying on, but we have to let them know because
fashion show I'm gonna do for Christmas, girl. I'll be coming to your daycare, okay?
But that same family, that same parent is that same parent where they can't enjoy preschool because we paint, we go outside, we play in water. So play clothes for somebody may be just that, you know what I'm saying? So it may be play clothes and fashion. And when you see them outside of the school, they have on real, what we call real nice fashion. And they just come into school because, of course, they want their children to experience preschool and have a wonderful experience while they're there.
Yes.
So that's what I would say.
Pay attention to the things that maybe Lil Ray Ray had on this same jogging suit Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And
Yes.
on Wednesday, they had put him on another outfit. They put it back on. On
Yeah.
Thursday, you do pay attention to them
Because we see that.
smelling like
And
food.
so, yeah, and we see that. And it's my job not to shame them or ridicule them or anything like that. My job is to go to them and pull that parent to the side and offer laundry detergent, offer laundromat money,
Wow.
offer another set of clothing or something like that. Because it's never to bring shame on the child or shame to the families. Because we don't know what they encounter and what they go through every day. We don't know. We're just looking. We don't know. Especially to the ones that you don't have that relationship with. You don't know.
Okay. So so has there been a time, you don't have to go too deep into it because I know your business, everything's confidential and everything, but you can say yes or no if you do want to go into it. Has there been a time that you had a student that you maybe had to pull the parents aside and say like, come on, what's going on? Like your child is not up to par as far as their parents' hygienes and all of that. Have you ever had to walk into that situation?
Yes, because I've been doing this for over 20 years. So I've seen almost everything. So I've had to pull families to the side and find out. And I've had families break down and cry. You know, that leads into a whole prayer session and everything else. And then it leads to me helping. And I let them know that it's confidential. I would never tell anyone else that what I've done. I wouldn't discuss that family or anything like that. And actually they come back once they're on their feet. You would be surprised. A lot of them come back and say, here's a gift card for you, or here's a thank you because I appreciated what you did while my child was in preschool. But then you have some that just take it and go on and run.
Wow.
But the Lord allows me to know when to pull in and when to pull out. He lets me know, okay, this family needs your help. And then he also lets me know because your gift is not going to make a fool of you either. It lets you know that this family is just trying to get over on you. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I've had to be a blessing to families. We do. Absolutely. Absolutely. And they forget that we social media friends. So I see them living a life.
Baby, let me tell you something. That social media will, baby, get the kids in trouble. Do you hear me?
You hear me?
You will. So, Cheryse, so since we're on that, when you said social media, what is your take on the parents that are always dressed up, glammed up, but their kids' clothes are not up to par? So how is your take on the parents and all of that, since we're touching base on that? Like, do you usually, is that like really, I don't know what word, so is that like you be cutting to the parent, like, oh, well, honey, I see you got this ring in your hair, but yeah, you know, Jacob had on this same shirt. Like, what is your take on it?
No, I don't do that. When I notice stuff like that, the only way I'll say something is when they are behind in their payments and they have this hair on and these eyelashes and stuff like that. But they just gave me a previous story that they couldn't pay for childcare. That's the only time I pull them to the side and say something. But as it relates to their children, I have a drawer here, period, that just has clothing in it, period, in all type of sizes. And I just put it on them. So I don't, it's up to them. If they want to be dressed to the heels, I don't agree to it, but that's up to them because I'm not in their house. And again, that goes back to being your priority. Your priority could be self and not your children. Or maybe, like I said, they feel like this is just daycare. And so they could wear this to get daycare because it's just daycare. They're not going anywhere. Because remember, a lot of these families, I don't see past daycare. Then some I have a relationship with that I do see past daycare.
Okay.
So I don't know what they're
wearing. Well, my
mom,
when April used to drop me off at daycare, baby, I have on a 4-piece suit looking like Easter Sunday. Baby,
well, that's how I dress Hammy.
Yeah, honey, I used to be dressed. They used to the kids to say, "Where you going? I'm coming to school with you." Honey, this is my normal, okay?
Right.
And I was the kid when it was time to go to sleep. You know, I used to just sleep in my pamper and my underwears. So when it's the nap time, I used to take my clothes off. It's time to go.
And that all plays a part in how you were raised. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? And
Yes, my
what you
mama said, don't
saw
you get in my
growing
bed.
up
Don't you get in no bed in this house with no clothes on. So we laid in
with
this
no
bed.
outside
I said,
clothes
let me
on.
take my clothes off. Okay. You know, I've been running this race for a long time. Okay. Yeah. So, what are the proper procedures that you and your team take when a child appearance is not up to par?
They come to me first. And then we
Your
meet as
team.
a team. Oh,
Right.
the team comes to me first. We meet as a team, and then we discuss what we're going to do. For the most part, since I'm kind of responsible, I handle all of those things because I never want my team to feel uncomfortable with the parent, and I never want the parent to feel uncomfortable with the team. So
Okay.
I prefer that it would come from myself or Miss Jeanette. We would be the people that would actually say something because we never want a person to feel shamed or uncomfortable.
Yes.
And we
That's
don't
good.
talk in front of the children. We don't talk in front of the kids at all. Because kids are smart too, even at an early age. They'll play
I was
both
just gonna
ends.
say, baby, these kids are smart. They not able to say, my mama got a
Absolutely.
stimulus check.
And they
Yeah.
have said that. I've heard it
Ah.
all. I've heard about stimulus check, $10,000. I've heard about what they smoke, and I just try to redirect the conversation. They kids, and they don't mean no harm. They just coming because they excited, saying Miss Cherise, blah 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 blah. And I say, oh,
They
that's
like, this
personal.
Cherise, baby. Mama
No,
got 10 stacks, girl.
and I'm not
And
that
she
type
going
of
to Vegas
educator.
next week.
Yeah,
And she going to
I'm not
Vegas
that
next
type of
week,
educator.
Cherise.
I'm not that type of educator that's gonna sit there and be like, "What else happened, girl?"
Cause
No.
you know me, I'll be like, girl, so she got how
Uh-uh.
much? You know, I have a
Nope.
conversation, baby. Cause
No,
I
I
have a good friend
redirect.
of mine. I have a good friend of mine. He's gonna throw me out of the bus because I know he's gonna watch it, or he's probably on now. But he didn't make it to my birthday party, so I happened to see him and his child, and I was like, hey, so you know me, I know the child is really grown and have lots of personality, so I wouldn't call him name because you guys know who it is right off the bat. But I was like, hey, so and so, what did you and your daddy do yesterday? Um, let me think. Let me think. We went to Papa house. I said, oh, went to Papa house. Okay. So I said, what else did you do? Well, we ate and all that. I said, so you guys wasn't at home all day? Daddy wasn't feeling well? Oh, no. Daddy, we were okay. We were
Mm-hmm.
out. I said, oh, okay. So I catch my friend and I say, oh, so what was you doing yesterday? Well, child, I told you I wasn't feeling well and all of this. And I said, you didn't go to Papa house? His response was, who the hell is Papa? So I said, well, honey, I said, so we called the child. And we was like, so he asked the child, he was like, so what did you say? And you know, he was like, he's, you know, so the child, he forgot what happened now. So he like, oh. So make a long story short, it was very, very legit. The child didn't lie. And he didn't feel
Yeah.
like he was doing any harm. He saw me, he's been knowing me since he was born. So he felt
Mm-hmm.
like he just asked me a question I'm gonna answer. So I want to get all the kids' parents' business. Good. Yes. When can I come, girl, so I can get the people business? So that's good. That's good. Can we go out? Are you in? You in? You hear me? It froze a little. She went out. You guys, she's coming back in. Maybe one of them kids' parents saw her and called her. So y'all give some reaction. Share. We're gonna. Oh, she went out. Maybe something happened. Let's see what happened. Let's see. Let's see. Give it 1 second. She's coming back, honey. Just pray, 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 pray. But no. But you guys, can you guys give questions, please? Give me some questions pertaining to education for those that are just getting on. Hit me with the questions. Hit me with the questions about marriage. Hit me with the questions about education. And then we're going to talk about her being a parent next. She's coming back on, you guys. Give her some reactions as she come on. She's back. One of the
Okay.
parents called her and said, "Girl, don't be talking about me."
They outside. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Okay.
I thought I had the button on. I'm sorry.
Yes. So no, you're good. It's okay. It's happened, honey. I've had national recording artists on here that was getting phone calls, honey. Okay. So all is well. So the next question, Cheryse, let's talk about you and your team. How should a teacher or someone in education carry themselves concerning fashion? Or do you guys have restrictions?
Uniforms.
Okay.
Um,
What's uniform?
you we have smocks and pants only because we've had situations where women are uncomfortable because their husbands do pick up and drop off. So
Okay.
I don't ever want to make anyone feel uncomfortable like we want their spouse. So it's a smock and it's pants. Nothing revealed. And then we have to sit in the floor. You don't want to mess up your good clothes anyway. We have to sit in the floor. We do a lot of things and a lot of movement with the children. So we don't want to
Okay.
have anything that prohibit us from doing our job.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
yeah.
so comfortable clothes, work clothes, smock,
Yeah.
a uniform. You guys like color coordinate, or you just make sure you're in a
I'm not that
smock.
I'm not that picky. Just make sure you in a clean smock and comfortable
Did you hear
pants.
that? Did y'all catch that? You catch that on your way home. She said clean. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So your school is open. Are you guys
We
following the
are
step? I
open.
know you are, but you guys are doing the social distance, the mask, and all of that stuff.
Yes. Yes,
How are
yes,
the
yes,
kids
yes.
with the masks on? Are they keeping them on, or
They're doing really good because we sing silly songs or we play games and stuff like that. So we kind of coach them along through the process before we opened our doors back up fully. And so now
okay?
everybody is in tune and everybody is wearing a mask. They have social distancing down pat. It's going
Yeah,
really well. It's going really
that's
well.
good.
And we
That's
have
good.
enough
Well, you
space
know,
for them to do so.
okay. Yes, that's good. Well, I know you're doing a great work, honey. Because, honey, if the parents are bringing their kids, baby, they must trust you. They must trust you. Okay.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
my little brother, my mama said she like Pastor Sharp and fellowship. Bryce ain't going back to school until Jehovah come down and slap her and say, go back to school. She said,
And I
I got my
totally
7-year-old
understand.
mama living here, and I'm up in my 50s, honey. We don't need nothing from them uncolored folks.
I
My mother,
totally understand.
she raised me and my little brother, honey, not in the hood, honey. So, out there with the folks, baby, my mom said she's going to play it safe, okay? So that's good.
I
That's
hear
good.
you.
So you guys see, fashion appearance is important in the school also. So, Cheryse, seeing and knowing that you are a parent of all these children and grandkids, because you have about 15 kids now, is,
That's right.
is there a certain dress code for a parent concerning fashion?
For a parent, well,
Yeah.
I would. When you're coming in here, you can't wear a bonnet. You're not gonna wear a bonnet
No,
in
I'm
here.
not talking
You're
about
not
as
gonna.
far as, well, so if you want to touch base on the daycare parents, that's fine. But I would say just a parent in
Right.
general. Is there a certain dress code or appearance that a parent should carry?
That's up to them. That's up to them what they want to attract. That's up to
Uh-huh.
them the attention that they want to get. So whatever they wear, that's up to them. We can't control those types of things. If they want to wear it all out or tuck it all in, that's up to them. They the parent. Um, it's crazy because I know some of my older, like my after school children, they do have a few parents that wear things and they be like, Miss Cherise, can you believe my mama wore? I was so embarrassed, because they're at that age where they could say that they're embarrassed about certain things.
So I love
So
how
it's
you
up to the
allow them to
parent.
call you Miss Cherise instead of Mrs. Noble.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I want
Okay.
them to be comfortable. This is a family place, and I want
Yes.
them to be comfortable with me.
That's
So
good.
that's
Oh
why
my
they're able to call me Miss Sharice.
God. Wealthy riches. Oh, blessings are just coming. Put out, Lord. Put
In
out.
my house.
So Cherise, we
Hallelujah.
are we are we are we we're coming to an end, you guys. Cheryse, tell me, what do you miss about fashion back in the days when you was growing up compared to where fashion is today?
Oh, I miss Barbie doll socks. I
Well,
really
you
miss
still wear them?
that. I wear them sometimes. I miss skirts that flare at the bottom. I love skirts that flare.
Okay.
I miss A-line skirts and I miss hats, but they're coming back, so that's fine for
Well,
me.
the funny thing is
I love a
everything you
good
just
hat.
named is back. It's just you're just
It's making a
finding,
comeback.
finding it. So
Yes.
that I love a good A-line skirt. Yes, I love a
Uh-huh.
good hat. I've been keeping hats on. My
Absolutely.
barber. My barber can't do my unit throughout the week. Okay. Yes. So that's
Absolutely.
good. That's you missed. You missed the socks, the A-line skirts, the dresses, and the hats. Good. Give me
Hmm.
one and one. Give me your favorite store to shop at and your favorite brand.
My favorite brand, I love Coach, believe it or not. I
Okay.
love Coach products. I
Yeah.
literally love Coach products.
So there's your
My
A's too.
Yeah, I guess so. And you said my favorite place to shop?
Yes. Via
Was
online
that the
or
question?
store.
I'm an Amazon shopper.
Okay. Yeah.
And if I'm not shopping on Amazon, we're creating.
Mm-hmm.
We're creating things. We're creating t-shirts, creating a brand. So that's
Go
where I
ahead.
am right now.
Whoa! Created me, my
Oh
daughter.
God.
Yes, that is all right with me. Cheryse, tell me, an artist, reality star, celebrity, somebody that inspires you in fashion.
The Fran from the nanny.
Really? Yeah.
I I love everything
Go.
about what she used to wear.
You love her. Yes, she do. She blesses me.
And
Yes, she do. I love it. That's
I
beautiful.
love Betsy Johnson. I love Betsy Johnson. She's
Betsy
very
Johnson.
quirky and
Betsy
I love
Johnson.
her things. She's very colorful. She wears the cat glasses,
Uh
very
huh.
colorful, bright and vibrant. So it'll be Fran from the nanny and Betsy Johnson.
I don't know
She
why the
like
Lord showed me
bows and
that you like
frill.
Cardi B and Lil Kim. I don't know
Oh,
why
he
the
should
Lord
have
showed
showed
me you
you.
like Cardi B and Lil Kim.
Well, he should have showed you Meg the Stallion.
Ah, yes! Yes! I love it. I love it. You guys, this show has been great, guys. It's been full of energy. We have had a great time. This is what me and Cheryse do. You guys, we
Yes.
are coming to an end. Cheryse is going to encourage you guys. But before we do that, I want you guys to be sure to tune in next week. I have Grammy Award nominated Miss Anita Wilson. She will be on next week discussing fashion. You guys saw her fashion on all these mainstream she's been on. She's a very, very fashionable woman. So tune in next week. That's Miss Jesus Will, Speechless. She'll be on next week, Miss Anita Wilson. You guys know who I am. I am Brandon Moman, better known as Style Me Brandon. You guys be sure to tune in next week with me at 5 o'clock. Find me on all social media platforms at Style Me Brandon. My website is www.stylemebrandon.com. Cheryse, tell the people where they can find you at, where they can get your product at, and go on and encourage the folks as we get on off of here.
You can get my product at 365nobles.com. I have a lot of things on there, 365nobles.com. You could also purchase your shoe cleaner, Nobles Drip. You could purchase that through DeAndre Nobles in his messenger, or you could purchase it from myself. His website is coming soon. But for the most part, it's 365nobles.com. We're on all social media outlets, all of them: Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. You can get us on all social media outlets. And as far as the daycare goes, it's Cheryse's Place and You Imagine Recreated. But we are full and have a waiting list. To God be the glory for that.
Yes, that's good. Y'all got, baby, let me tell you something. Overflow. And let me tell you something. I'm going to prophesy. let that wait list keep on getting longer. Because when it keep on getting longer, baby,
Yes.
the venue is going to keep on getting larger. So keep on thinking of
Yes,
me.
I
Y'all
received that.
inbox Cheryse, baby. Because there's more seasons and y'all ain't going to close y'all legs. So keep on having them babies so Cheryse can put you on the waiting list so that she can get a larger venue. Okay? So
Amen.
you guys still be sure to tune in next week. Cheryse, as we go off, you know what we're going through. These are tight, very trying times. But some it's been successful for, some it's been in a battle of depression, some been like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've had friends, family has lost their jobs, don't know what they're gonna do. So do you mind giving the people encouraging words to let them know that please keep on running, because I promise you we will see what tomorrow is going to bring.
Well, the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one that endures until the end. So I would say keep enduring until the end. Do not give up. Do not throw in the towel. The heart of the king is in the Lord's hands, and he could turn it any way that he pleases. Trust God. Put him first. Make
Yes.
him the head. Seek him first. Seek him first. Seek ye first, and just seek God. Trust God through the process. Don't give up. Don't get weary in well doing, for in due season you shall reap a harvest if you faint not. So, God, we thank you. We trust you through the process. We give you glory. We magnify your name. You're great. You're excellent. You're powerful. You're matchless in every one of your ways. And we just want to stop and tell you thank you. We thank you for Brandon. We thank you for this time of client talk. God, I ask that you open the door. You meet every need. You send the clients from the north, the south, the east, and the west in the name of Jesus. We decree and declare that everything concerning client talk, it is well, and it shall be well in the name of Jesus. Everything concerning Brandon as a stylist, Brandon as a human being, Brandon as a business owner, everything concerning Brandon shall be well in the name of Jesus. Send him the right staff, send him the right resources, send him the right funds in the name of Jesus.
The name
And
of
now,
Jesus.
as we end this particular client talk, the one thing I will say is, God, we trust you. Trust God in the process. Give him everything and leave it there. Don't pick it back up. Give it to him. Keep toiling. Keep laboring in the vineyard. Keep laboring there. Don't
Yes, sir.
forget to trust God. Always trust God, because he's concerned with the very thing that concerned us. And victory is our portion. Strength is our portion. Healing
Yes.
is our portion. Peace is our portion in the name of Jesus. And we
In the
thank
name of
him and we give him glory, honor, and praise in Jesus' name. Thank God and amen.
Amen. Let me tell y'all something, baby. Cheryse don't mind praying, y'all. Baby, this is a first for client talk, baby. Mother has prayed us out. Yes, 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 you guys. In your house, just give her a round of applause, baby.
Glory.
Yes, because he has
We give
been
God
better to me
glory.
than I have been to myself. Do
Listen, we
you hear
give
me?
God glory. You hear
Yes.
me?
Well,
We give
Cherise,
God glory.
I love you. This has been good. I was gonna play a song, but baby, you gave me songs of victory, darling. Baby, let me tell you
Hallelujah.
something, baby. Honey, I just, ooh, do you hear me? Hey, I feel
And
like
see, I got,
Alexina. I just want to go to God in prayer. Okay?
and you know I gotta stop before I be speaking in tongue on this
Yeah.
live.
Listen, y'all, and let me tell you something. I have thought about giving up. I promise you, baby, but I just know that I'm gonna keep. It's people like you that's gonna keep me to continue to run. I promise
Yep,
you,
stay
I
in the
love you,
race.
and that is nothing
I
you can
love you
do
too.
about. And I got you. I promise you, I'm coming to sit with those kids because I want to get to know these grown kids, baby.
Cause
And
they
we
business is
gonna
not
have a
yours.
good, huh?
Don't be
I
bothering my
didn't
daycare
hear that.
kids.
Yes. Well, I will come meet them. We gonna gag and have a good time and tell me everything about your mama, and we gonna gag and we gonna have a good old time. But Cheryse, I love you. I love you.
I love
I
you
love you.
too.
You guys be sure to tune in next week. Miss Anita Wilson is my guest. You guys, mwah. Cheryse, I'll see you, baby.
All right, bye bye.
All right, bye bye.